In the top stories, national security concerns addressed at Prime Minister's press conference. Prime Minister Drew says Haitian migrants being treated well ahead of asylum hearing, and UE celebrates 75th anniversary with a church service. The details on these stories and more after the break.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Easter is coming, and that means it's time to do some spring cleaning. It's time to upgrade and refresh your home today and save up to 30% off store-wide. Change off that old lounge chair, dining room table, or any furniture item now and save big. Plus, shop our large selection of appliances, televisions, and electronics for the biggest deals. No cash, no problem. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay $0 for 30 days. And before you check out, don't forget to add extended warranty with our Quartz Super Shield product, which will protect your purchase for up to 4 years. This offer is available online at shopquartz.com for a limited time only. Act now before the deals are gone. Conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Barrage. The recent upsurge in crime and the rescue efforts of the vessel that capsized in the Federation's waters were among the topics covered when Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew and his cabinet members addressed the media at a press conference held at NEMA's conference room on Thursday. Among those present were Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Minister of Public Utilities Honorable Conress Maynard, Minister of Foreign Affairs the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, Minister of Agriculture Honorable Samuel Duggins, and Senator Honorable Iselin Phillip. The Prime Minister mentioned that violent crimes that involve firearms, which result in a fatality, have been found to have linkages to gang violence. He said that the government and the security forces are working to bring calm as they try to eradicate the scourge of violence.
Today, we commit that your government will endeavor to work with others to achieve this. Eradicating this cancer demands a collective approach involving, as mentioned, the government, security forces, and of course you, the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis.
The Prime Minister also commended the Commissioner of Police and his team for their commitment to the government's zero-tolerance strategy. As it relates to the vessel that capsized in the Federation's waters, the Prime Minister stated that the loss of life is regretted. He also stated that our officers are working alongside regional partners in addressing the issue. The press conference was aired live on ZIZ Radio and television and was streamed live at www.zizonline.com. The Haitian nationals who illegally entered the Federation some months ago and for whom asylum applications are sought thereafter are being treated humanely, even more so as one woman national is pregnant. That's according to Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, at a press conference on Thursday. He gave information on the cost to the country.
I want to assure the public, show the Haitian nationals who are here, show our regional and international partners that our attitude is that while they are here, they will be treated humanely and respectfully. They are being treated with our good hospitality at the cost of the government. I think it's costing us at least $1,000 per day. This is not a cheap undertaking, which includes medical checks. And one of the persons is pregnant, and we have to make sure, of course, that she sees an obstetrician and get the best care that she can get in terms of medication, nutrition, and so forth. So we are really carrying this financial burden, but it's our commitment to treat our Haitian brothers and sisters with the utmost humanity.
He further spoke of their living conditions while here.
And so they are located at a community center, but of course, with the necessary conditions, separating male from female and ensuring that the pregnant person is given the added condition that she will need to be as comfortable as possible. And as we assess the situation, we will determine very quickly whether we need to take her from there, take her into other, conditions that will be conducive to her condition presently, that being pregnant. And so that is where...
There was no date given on when the hearing should take place. A national interfaith Thanksgiving service in celebration of the 75th anniversary of the founding of the University of the West Indies, UWI, was held in St. Kitts at the Wesley Methodist Church on Tuesday. The theme for UWI's 75th anniversary is Rooted, Ready, Rising. The University of the West Indies, originally University College of the West Indies, was established in 1948 to serve the higher education needs of the residents of the English-speaking Caribbean region. Head of the UWI Open Campus St. Kitts and Nevis and UWI alumnus Gail Gray Phillip brought remarks from the Vice Chancellor of the UWI, Sir Hilary Beckles.
The theme for our 75th anniversary is Rooted, Ready, Rising. We are rooted in the fundamental belief that we are here to serve, ready to meet any challenges ahead, and ever rising in statute, visibility, and reputation. As we celebrate the 75th anniversary of the founding of our university, I urge all the members of our community, our friends and well-wishers, to reflect on what you can do to help this institution to serve our stakeholders even better in the years to come. We look forward to our centenary with great optimism and resolve.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, also extended congratulations to the UWI.
Therefore, it gives me great pleasure to extend warm congratulations to the administration, staff, students, and alumni of this, your Platinum Jubilee. Your 75 years of providing relevant cutting-edge education, which is responsive to the changes within the diaspora, is no small feat. Moving from the establishment of one campus in Mona, Jamaica in 1948 to now 5 campuses throughout the region.
He also hailed the institution as a beacon and avenue for upward mobility. The Cabinet of the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, has temporarily closed the office provided for the Leader of the Opposition in the Nevis Island Assembly, as the 2 elected opposition members of Parliament are disputing which of them should have use of that office. As part of the Concerned Citizens Movement CCM-led administration's good governance agenda, funding has been provided for an office for the Leader of the Opposition for a number of years. The opposition Nevis Reformation Party won 2 seats in the December 12, 2022 island elections. The party's leader, Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, and Honorable Cleone Stapleton Simmons. However, an internal dispute resulted in neither being nominated as Leader of the Opposition. Subsequently, Honorable Stapleton Simmons had been suspended from the NRP, and during the 2023 budget, she addressed the Assembly as an independent member of the opposition. Speaking at his monthly press conference on March 28th, Premier Honorable Mark Brantley explained that with both opposition MPs now seeking control of the office provided for the Leader of the Opposition, the Cabinet had no choice but to close the office until such time as the MPs could reach a consensus on its use.
On the 9th of March, we received a letter on the letterhead of the Nevis Reformation Party, and that letter was addressed to the prominent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Colin Dorr, and that letter was written by the Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge in her capacity as Leader of the NRP, and she indicated through that correspondence that she is requesting with immediate effect, and I quote, Through this correspondence, I am requesting that with immediate effect all courtesies, privileges, and assistance pertaining to the office of the opposition and on behalf of the Nevis Reformation Party be directed to her attention. The difficulty, ladies and gentlemen and members of the public, that we found ourselves in is that we now had two members of the opposition, one from the NRP, the other who had been suspended from the NRP and who was now an independent member. Both were essentially saying that they had the right to that office of the opposition. And so we had a letter from the leader of the NRP, Dr. Daniel Hodge, indicating that all courtesies of that office should be extended to her. Clearly, the taxpayers have no ability to pay for two offices. And since it seemed that the two members of the opposition could not come to any consensus, we wrote on the 20th of March to them both, indicating that we were forced to close the office until such time as clarity could be achieved.
The Premier made it clear that the Cabinet is willing and ready to resume an arrangement when the members of the opposition can indicate how they expect to manage these resources. After the break, Ministry of Health advises on gastroenteritis outbreak and ECSC e-litigation portal for SKN Magistrates Court launched. Stay with us.
This is your boy, Super Handy Andy, with your Super Handy Andy deals at Hostel's Billing Center for the month of March. Mini blinds was $178.43, now $151.67. Flush valve repair kit was $78.61, now just $66.82. Eco tankless water heater was $18.46.41, now reduced to $15.69.79. Bathroom cabinet saver was $582.62, it's only now just $495.24. Freestanding closet was $554.91, it's now only $471.67. Super handy Andy deals at Hostel's Billing Center for the month of March only, making home improvement easy.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your National Bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Hey hon, what's up?
Hey girl, I just called you to tell you about this great deal that I'm about to get with an insurance company on my new car.
Really?
Yes, really, just $200 monthly for the next 12 months.
That sounds too good to be true. Does it include windshield coverage?
No, that's an additional cost.
Does it include personal accident and medical expense coverage?
Wait, no, it does not.
What about acts of God and riot and strife coverage?
No, you know.
Please tell me it at least includes some kind of no claims protection.
It does not.
Well, friend, the math is not mathing at all. With TDC Insurance, you got one rate and all that I mentioned included.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going on the website right now to get a quote.
You definitely need to switch to TDC Insurance where the math is mathing.
At TDC Insurance Company, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Health is advising on an outbreak of acute gastroenteritis, AGE. In a release on Wednesday, it said that the outbreak is not unique to St. Kitts and Nevis, as a similar trend is observed in several CARICOM member states. The most likely cause of the AGE multi-country outbreak is norovirus, which was confirmed on more than one of the cruise ships traveling the Caribbean. The UK Health Security Agency also reports a sharp increase in confirmed cases of norovirus in the recent weeks. Samples were sent off to CAFA, the Caribbean Public Health Agency, for analysis on Monday, March 27th. In a video message, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws shared tips to prevent the spread.
These public health measures include: 1. Stay at home if experiencing symptoms of acute gastroenteritis. Do not send your child to school, or if you're an adult, do not return to work until 48 hours or 2 days after symptoms have cleared. Also, avoid visiting older adults, especially if they are in a hospital or in a nursing home. 2. Practice proper hand hygiene by washing hands with soap and water frequently, and particularly after using the toilet, before preparing food, and prior to eating. Please note that alcohol gels do not kill norovirus.
Parents are advised to monitor affected children very closely and to seek medical care urgently if your child is under the age of 2, regardless of symptoms, and if the child is over 2 years but has persistent abdominal pain, fever, vomiting, and diarrhea. Immunocompromised persons, persons living with chronic gastrointestinal conditions, and older adults should also seek medical care if impacted. The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court has launched the ECSC e-litigation portal for the St. Kitts and Nevis Magistrates Court civil proceedings, including family matters. The e-litigation portal is an electronic document filing and service platform which has positively transformed the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court's operations. Senior Magistrate Reynold Benjamin spoke of the significance of the e-portal.
This achievement represents a major milestone in the Magistrate Court and in the history of the Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis. So what is so significant about the e-litigation portal? The portal allows court documents to be filed online rather than in person, among other things, enabling a more efficient administration in the Magistrate Court and the court office. The launch of this electronic platform ensures that we in St. Kitts Nevis will not be left behind.
Speaking on behalf of Attorney General Honorable Garth Wilkin, Minister of Information, Communication and Technology Honorable Conrad Maynard said the expansion of the portal aligns with the government's agenda.
This shift to digitization of our court infrastructure also fits within this government's push toward a sustainable island state for 3 reasons. 1, embracing IT in all elements of our lives will allow us to adapt to this ever-changing, modernized world. 2, reducing the use of paper helps us to create a cleaner environment as we move towards our climate goals. And 3, enhancing access to justice and promoting the rule of law are prerequisites for any community of people to become truly independent and sustainable as a democratic nation.
Chief Justice Her Ladyship Honorable Dame Janice Pereira, DBE LLD, said the courts must remain competitive and spoke of the focus of the e-litigation portal.
The focus of the e-litigation portal. How can we have documents being filed in any state, in fact anywhere, but it reaches the court with a click of a button, whether it's on your laptop, your iPad, your smartphone, desktop. That was really the focus, that you are able to file your documents, serve your documents, and also be able to retrieve those documents. And so the portal started. We started with our implementation. So now all the high courts, Court of Appeal, we are all doing business on the electronic portal. And so it was time to turn our attention to the magistracy.
According to the ECSC, the portal has revolutionized the court's operations, improved access to justice, aided in the preservation of the court's records, and increased the efficiency of the court's management processes. Special Olympics St. Kitts and Nevis, SOSKN, in collaboration with VIF Software Inc. of Connecticut and Augustus University, USA, will be conducting a training workshop and software installment application for local first responders and caregivers dealing with individuals with intellectual and other disabilities, particularly those that are nonverbal in the Federation. This initiative was launched in a ceremony at the National Olympic Committee's conference room on Thursday. Board Chair for Special Olympics SKN, Clarice Cotton, explained that the VIF app will help to bridge the communication gap between nonverbal individuals and persons living with disabilities trying to access health care or to interact with law enforcement.
We are introducing something that is not only sport related, but it would help them if they go to the hospital, if they have a problem with the police. Some of them are non-verbal. I have had police officers call me at midnight to say, I have a child here, he's wearing so-and-so, do you know who it is? Because they couldn't give their names. Or, do you know where he lives? They can't say where they live. With this app, we can make it available to the officers and say, this is the person, this is where he lives. We can make it available to healthcare and say, these are the problems this person has. This is what, this is the medication he's taking. We'll have all that in the app.
Minister of Youth Empowerment, Aging and Disabilities, Honorable Iselin Phillip, spoke of the additional benefits of the app, noting that it will provide comfort to parents when the Special Olympics athletes travel outside the country.
So the new app promises easier access to support personnel to accurate information and real-time communication between stakeholders. I understand it will also facilitate quicker and more informed decision-making when it's necessary, since we'll have the information in one place. And the app's use will also provide parents with a greater sense of comfort, especially when we know our athletes travel for different various events, whether that's for the athletic events or for other opportunities for learning and growing. So it provides that extra added comfort to our parents and guardians of our very special young people.
She also commended Special Olympics St. Kitts and Nevis for spearheading the initiative. President and CEO of VIF Software Inc., Holly Doherty, explained that she came up with the app out of a need to monitor the progress of her autistic son.
On a selfish reason, I came up with this app. Now, my son had 5 different providers. He had neuropsych, he had speech therapy, he had physical therapy, he had regular therapy, which I was running to all the time. And I would go into an appointment and the therapist would say, now, for the last 3 weeks, let me know about the meltdowns that Jack had. And I thought, I can't even remember 5 minutes ago, because 5 minutes ago he had a meltdown. So I can't remember, what happened all these weeks. And I thought, and I was always embarrassed, even being a nurse, going in and not being able to express myself. And so with Special Olympics, I was able to talk with other parents who were going through the exact same thing. So I really saw a need for a simple tool to be able to record the daily events. It's not about the diagnosis. It's about that beautiful individual who receives everyone differently.
She also outlined how the app is used.
We've developed these very simple scripts that a parent can just answer. You know, we've got the answers already in there, and you can record daily events, and you can describe the joys and what are the fears and what are the, you know, how you discipline, right? I mean, there's all these things that go into your child. And so this app is for the parent at home, but now with Special Olympics or a fire or a police, we've created what's called a support network. And all the parent or the caregiver does is invites them into this support network, and they can see what the parent wants them to see. So there may be some information that the parent doesn't want Special Olympics or someone to see. It could be, you know, other private things. But they can go in and they can see everything about the individual and how to care for them. And if they move and there are another Special Olympics events, there it is. It's all in there.
Following her remarks, a demonstration of the app was conducted. For more information, persons are invited to call Special Olympics St. Kitts and Nevis at 662-5453 or email them at soctkittsnevis@gmail.com. The Media Association of St. Kitts and Nevis says it has a very acute agenda active agenda for 2023, which includes providing ample training opportunities for its membership and facilitating benefits currently not afforded to media workers. President of the Media Association, Andre Huey, said the association is looking to organize more training workshops, including one on media law and defamation.
So on the issue of defamation, we realize that not only in St. Kitts and Nevis, but media workers across the Caribbean tend to run into issues with the law when it comes to defamation, whether it be a politician or somebody in this society suing a media house, a radio station, or a newspaper for defamation. We realize a very thin line for media workers and journalists, and we want to this year host a workshop training on defamation law, or media law, so to speak. The media law right across the Caribbean, the Commonwealth Caribbean, are quite similar. And so we want to see what are some of the areas that, as journalists, we should be looking out for, avoiding certain pitfalls, so that we are not sued. One of the things that we are looking to do is that we're looking to partner with the MIC, the Media Institute of the Caribbean, in hosting a workshop in St. Kitts and Nevis. I know that they're going to do regional workshops, but we want to do one specific to us here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Meanwhile, Mr. Huey reviewed 2022, which was a year of new beginnings for the association.
Well, as you know, the Media Association was revived back in April 2022, where we had our first executive election. Since then, we have formally registered the association, have it as a formal association. We've also been able to enroll new members. We've assigned our members identification cards, which we are looking to have as official ID cards or press passes, so to speak, that will be recognized by the authorities whenever any of our members show up. We also use the opportunity as well to try to engage training opportunities. Training is one of our biggest goals and initiatives. We want to ensure that our members are properly trained and that opportunities are available to them for training. So we hosted our first training workshop in conjunction with Hope Economics back in October. It ran from, September actually. It ran from about September to about November. And we were also able to include journalists from across the Eastern Caribbean as well. That training was very successful. We had a really good turnout, and we're looking to do more of these trainings.
The Media Association of St. Kitts and Nevis was revived in 2022 after some 15 years of dormancy. Come up in regional news, digital training